Ridge and Dale's Chemist starting at the bottom of Church Street.
Yes.
And Ferris's Ice Cream, did you mind it? Beside that, no.
I remember Ferris's Ice Cream, but Ferris's Ice Cream, when I remember, it was either up Gala Street. There was one up Gala Street,
Yes.
the wee shop.
That was
there.
Mrs. Ferris, yes.
And then beside Brown's,
Yes.
next door to it, Ferris's owned it.
That was Jack's.
Jack Ferris.
Jack Ferris.
For
Then
I&M.
there's one there now.
But
There was one there.
I didn't know there was
There was
one
one
there.
now. There was one in
Church Street.
Church Street, and then there was Hale's Butcher Shop.
Well, I remember
I mind
Woods's.
that. I
I remember
remember
Well, that
Wolfie.
was Hale. That was yes.
Wolfie
that
Woods's.
that used to be Hale's.
Right.
That used to be
Before
Hale's.
before it was Woods's.
That's the yes. That's what do you call it now? That's the DUP, isn't
Yes,
it?
that's right. Yep.
And then there was Mrs. Shilcox and Victoria Shilcox and the shoes. She's not long dead.
No, that's
No.
right.
That's where the
Billy
candle is now. Where Billy Beatty used
Billy
to be.
Beatty used
yes,
to be
that's
there,
right. And then there was the drapery shop where it's all closed up now,
Yes.
beside the bank. And then
Yep.
there's the Ulster Bank. And then there was Thompson's Hardware.
Yes, you can
That's
still
right.
see the building there. It's never
Yes,
been took over.
did you mind it as Thompson's Hardware?
I do remember Thompson's.
Mrs. Thompson
Yeah.
and
yes.
Hazel.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
Did you mind the Thompsons before
No,
that?
I think you mentioned this before.
There was
There
Thompsons
was
before
Thompsons
that.
that owned it before Thompsons
Yes,
owned
there was a
it.
man, there was a father, and there was 3 daughters in it.
Right.
And there's one of the daughters still living yet, and she lives in that housing estate down behind the centre on Hillsbar Road. Ethna, she would be the youngest, the other two's dead.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But their father was a tall man, and they used to be petrol pumps at that when they had it.
I do remember that now.
It was petrol
Yes.
pumps there, but they were in that now. They were
Yeah.
Thompson's Hardware, and then there was Jamison's Hardware, or Jamison's Drapery.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and that's Smalls now.
Yep.
And then there was wee Burns the Chemists. You mind that?
Burns the chemist.
Burn.
Well, it must have been the post office at one stage.
No,
Is that wee building?
no, post office is next to it.
The next one.
There's the post office is next to it.
Oh,
There was
right.
a big tall man and a wee small man. There were 2 brothers.
Oh, actually, yes. There's one building there now that's
There's a,
black.
there's
Yes, that's right.
Smalls has a shop there with stuff in the window.
Yep.
That used to be the chemist shop.
Yes.
And the next
yes.
one was the next
Yep.
one was the post office,
Post office,
Mrs.
yeah.
McCleary's.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then I don't know what that one is at the bottom there. Old Tack, the Old Tack. That's where you went. If you would go when you went to school. Whenever you went to school, the way they learn you to bake in the school now,
Yeah.
you used to have to go out of the school and go to the Tack.
Oh.
You had to walk up Church Street to the Tack from the centre of school.
Right. So whereabouts does the tack there?
The tack would have been across the road under from
cathedral?
Tinsley's, you know, on your
Oh,
right hand
right.
side.
Yep. Yep.
Up along there,
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
And then there was Bailey's Milk
Right.
and Strong's Coal. Jimmy
Yeah.
Strong at a coal
Right,
place.
yeah.
Then there was the station and the train.
Yes, the train. Now,
1863 to 1956, that's when the trains run. From 1863 to 1956.
and did that train go to Lisburn, Belfast?
Went to Newcastle.
and
Newcastle.
it went to Newcastle as well. So did you go through Banbridge or?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So you went through Banbridge and then to Newcastle?
Where you used to stop, where did it stop? Macherbeg and
I
did it?
stopped at Ballaghan and
So there was lots of wee stops.
oh
So
why?
Oh, there was.
There was, oh why.
From,
1956 it quit running the train. I used to walk from where I live now. Well, I always lived there to Ballaghan Halt. Some of them maybe in the prom.
I know.
Maybe going into the clinic or somewhere, going into it. There used to be a clinic. And or even if I was just going to town, and I would have got on the train at Ballaghan.
was the train there?
No, I couldn't mind that much. And I used to get on the train. I never got into the garage. I just the mum would have lifted the pram into the luggage wagon, and I just got in and stood with the pram for all the time it was going to be, and
Yeah.
got into Dromore. You know,
And you just paid when you get on.
you
And
just paid when you get. Well, you bought the ticket.